Hello, my loves. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stef and I am the Psychic Soul Alignment Coach. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos, thank you so much for coming to my channel and checking my video out. I really hope that this weekly energy reading today really serves you and that the messages just really help you on your journey at this time. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to my channel and for supporting me as you always do. I deeply, deeply appreciate you. And life just wouldn't be the same without all of you amazing people who support me. So for today's video, hopefully the light will last long enough for me to do this video because it's really late in the day. And I just was like, you know what? I'm looking cute today. And I'm going to try to get this weekly energy reading video done today so I can have it ready by Monday, because today is November 15th. So happy new moon to everyone. I don't think I will be able to upload this today. Maybe I will. If not, it'll be up on Monday. But yeah, I've just been a little bit late to the last couple of weeks with my weekly energy reading videos because the energy has been intense for me, especially. I know many of you all can relate. And so I was like, I'm going to try to get this done in advance. If there's just one thing I can do, it's going to be trying to get this video done. And plus I'm looking cute. So let me do it. So here I am. Here on my YouTube channel, in case this is your first time watching one of my videos, I basically bring forward teachings that my spirit guides ask me to bring forward here. So usually on Tuesdays, I'll try to upload the weekly energy reading video, which I normally would do on Mondays on Facebook, and then upload to YouTube on Tuesdays. But we're going to try to mix it up today or this week and be, ahead of the game this week when it comes to the weekly energy reading. And then I do bring forward messages on Thursdays and Saturdays that I'm asked to speak on or teach on as per my spirit guides. But I haven't been doing that the last couple of weeks because I've been going through my process. And so I've just been taking a step back. But maybe this week, who knows? So with all of that being said, okay, let's get into today's weekly energy reading. Oh yeah, I didn't forget hold on a second, time out. On this channel, if you are new to this channel, I do videos that are around mindset, healing, spiritual entrepreneurship, spiritual awakening, ascension, manifestation. Those are the topics I cover. So if you enjoy this video today and you want to learn more about these topics and you enjoy my vibes, then subscribe to my channel and be sure to check out all the other videos that I have here on my YouTube channel that will serve you in some way, shape, or form with whatever you are going through at this time in your journey. So now we can get into the weekly energy reading. So this is basically to give you a heads up on what to expect from the energy of the week so that you can use that information to your advantage, okay? I did do the November energy reading, the November 2020 energy reading. So that's for the whole month, a kind of overview. So if you want to check that out, be sure to click on the cards after you watch this video to go and see that full reading as well, because I also did something a little bit different for November, and I pulled cards for every week of this month, and I gave some extra messages there. So maybe you could benefit from that. I would definitely suggest you go check that out. So for this energy reading, this is for November 16th through November 22nd. It's oh, how do I say this? 22nd, 2020. And if you're watching this at a much later time, it's okay. Maybe you were guided to this video for a reason. Maybe there's a message here for you to hear that will help you on your path. So now let's get into the weekly energy reading. When I tuned in and I asked my guides what we needed to know for this week's weekly energy reading for everyone's highest good, I heard transformation. That's what I heard right away. And as I asked for more information, I channeled some things while sitting at the beach, but then it got too cold because I'm wearing this outfit here and my back is exposed. So I got really, really cold. And I was I can't concentrate. I'm freezing my butt off. I'll just channel the rest. So I'll channel the rest live. So it's going to be today partly what I channeled before and what I get as I speak. But transformation is the theme for this week. And we have been going through deep awakening, healing, and transformation so far this month, especially towards the end of October. Like, we've just been purging some massive stuff. It's been interesting. I really suggest that you go watch my last weekly energy readings. There will be messages there for you to help you to really understand that you're not crazy and that you've been feeling what you've been feeling and going through what you've been going through for a reason. But, you know, we're still going through this process of transformation. But for this week, it's more so along the lines of like beginning to externally express that deep inner transformation that we have been going through at this time. Because what they said is that like everything that we've been going through at this time, oh my God, I'm getting cold now because it's like getting late and there's a breeze and I'm like, it's cold out here. I get cold easily, okay? Like, I don't know. Anyway, oh my God, the lemon tree dropped, or like some lemons. It's a good sign, I think. Let me see if I can reach to grab a lemon, and hopefully I don't knock this phone down because there's a lemon tree behind me and I think it's the coolest thing ever. There it is. I'm gonna try to eat this and see. Oh, it smells delicious. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. I don't know what's going on in these videos lately. Like, I don't know, random. I'm not editing any of this. Thank you for listening to me. You can always go to the settings on YouTube and change your settings to increase the speed. But anyway, going into, what we were talking about today. We've been going through deep soul searching and ego deaths and healing. These last few weeks especially, it's been a crazy time, intense. Like, we've just been going within. The energy has really been pushing us to go inward and to work through some things and really, look at dark shadow aspects of ourselves that maybe we've been repressing, denying, we've been running away from, whatever, and to really face them and to do something about them. And letting go of our old selves, our old identities, our old ways, and having a bit of a ego death kind of experience there for ourselves where, we're trying to go back to the old ways, but the energy's not letting us at all. It's like, no, you got to move on. You got to do things differently. You got to be braver. You got to be stronger. You got to be more confident. You got to feel more worthy, etc. And the energy's just really been pushing us, even if we've wanted to go back to the old stuff, the comfortable, the comfort zone, the familiar, all that kind of stuff. And so, going through all of this, soul searching, ego death, all this other stuff, we've really had an opportunity to kind of, what they gave me as a term was like understand ourselves. So it's kind of like understand, but inner stand, because we've been going inward to work through all of this stuff and to see like how deeply our patterns are. I know for me personally, what I've been working through at this time, this video is like a little bit blurry now because there's like no good lighting here. But anyway, what I have really been noticing for myself is that I still had this really deeply rooted codependency still. And I've worked through that tons over the years, but I really got to really have an even greater understanding of just how deep that still was ingrained for me and where I'm still seeking something outside of me to make me feel good, to make me feel some kind of way or think certain things about myself. And so that's kind of like what the energy at this time for everyone has been doing. It's like been giving you a powerful opportunity to really understand yourself, to understand yourself on a much deeper level and see how deeply rooted your stuff are, see how much you've been playing small, even though maybe you didn't want to like recognize that, because sometimes it's hard to recognize those things, or maybe we've been trying to do things in a bigger way or whatever, but we're still holding back. So the energy has really been helping you to see just how much you're holding back. You're holding on to your old stories. You're allowing yourself to feel powerless or unworthy or whatever it is. And so we've been going through all of this kind of stuff, right? But, this week is really the week for you to start now that you've released some of those things, that you've broken free from certain patterns, now that you have this greater understanding and stuff, like to really start transforming into more of who you want to be, and to start shifting into that, and start taking those, jumps or processes. Dang it, this video is really blurry. I'm gonna have to go inside. Come with me for a minute. Let's take a walk. By the way, if you enjoy my random craziness in my videos recently, let a sister know. I know you guys have been letting me know that you've enjoyed being... Oh, rats. I stepped on my mic. 1 second. All right, so I know you've let me know that you enjoy being at the beach with me, and all my crazy comments when... I feel like this is kind of like a vlog now at this point. A vlog / weekly energy reading. So, what was I saying about the understanding and the stuff? So, that lemon smells so strong. I can still smell it on my fingers. Anyway, so we've been going through this deep purging and, inner stuff or whatever. And so now this week is really the week to start stepping into that transformation some more, and to really start owning more of who we are, this new version of ourselves that we desire to be, or this new energy that we desire to be more of or feel. And so, I know for me, I always feel the energy before I actually know what's going on. And then it's not a surprise to me when I channel. So the last couple of days or so, I started feeling myself a lot. And I know many people I'm connected with started kind of feeling this kind of thing where I started feeling more like my goddess energy. And I wanted to be more of a goddess and do my makeup and be more feminine and dress up and all this kind of stuff. And that's me unconsciously stepping into that transformation. That's me unconsciously becoming more of who I desire to be. And so, today you see me, this is the first time in I don't know how many years I have a bun. Because let me tell you, when you have long hair, it is really hard to get this hair together up in a bun. And I have a crazy baby hair. It's all over the place. So that was a challenge as well, trying to get it together. But anyway, so many of us at this time are starting to take those action steps to start stepping into this transformation and making it a reality, and really bringing this external world into alignment with all of these shifts and profound breakthroughs and insights and healing and things that we've been going through this month. So that's kind of what you might experience on some level for yourself. Is you might feel this deep need to start really getting rid of clutter, or giving yourself some kind of makeover, or doing things in a different way. Right now I'm doing my weekly energy reading differently because I done had all kinds of craziness happen in the last 13 minutes that I've been doing this video. But whatever, and so you might start feeling this need to start stepping into this new chapter of your life, this new energy, this new way of being. So that's what this week is about, is stepping into that transformation, bringing things into alignment now that you're in a better place, potentially a more stable place to do this, because the last few weeks have definitely been tumultuous, really chaotic, really dark, even saddening, depressing maybe. And we've just been in the thick of it, and we're starting to come out of that. And so as we're starting to come out of that, it's time to, start bringing these things into alignment so that it's reflective of everything that we have been implementing or going through these last few weeks, right? So the energy reading for this week is, it's time for you to really start stepping into your power on a greater level, and to outwardly be more of this more authentic version of yourself, this version of yourself that's more in alignment, to speak your truth, to show up in integrity with who you really are. A great example that I have for you of this is my best friend. I was talking to her last night. That's why you see these bags under my eyes. I stayed up till really late talking to her. But anyway, so she recently released a friend of hers that had been around for a really, really long time. And this friend has totally been out of alignment for years. But my friend recently released this friend unintentionally, and they, like my friend has new values for herself in her current stage of life, and she really recognized that like where she's at right now and what she's interested in and the path that she's taking is completely different from this friend, right? At one point they were kind of walking the same path, but now they've gone two different ways. But it was still that friend like that would show up and like come around and say hi or whatever it is. And my friend had to really just take a moment to just be like, you know what, like we're just different people now, and I think it's just good to just say goodbye in this friendship, just like that, straightforward. So, that's what my friend did. She had to be in integrity with this version of herself that's like, okay, like this is who I am, this is what I want for my life, this is the direction I'm headed in. This person isn't a match for that, but they keep showing up in my life, and like it's just time to let them go so I can be in integrity with who I am, right? So that's what my friend did, is she released this friend. Does that make sense? So whatever your values are and stuff that are in alignment with this greater version of yourself that you've been shifting into during this time, like you have to start bringing your life into alignment with this version of you so that you're in integrity with who you really are, right? An example for myself, for example, at this time is like, if you watched, I don't know where I mentioned it, I think like in a teaching video from like 3 or 4 weeks back, I mentioned how like my soulmate, I'm manifesting my soulmate unconsciously, it's like crazy. But anyway, so I'm manifesting my soulmate, and I have to become this version of myself to be a match for my soulmate. And there have been certain people showing up in my life to try to become part of my life, and they're not in alignment with what I value in a person as far as like a partner goes. They're not in alignment with that. But if I give them the time of day, if I entertain their interest in me or whatever it is, then I'm not really showing up in integrity with who I say I am and what I say I want. Does that make sense? So I have to like start bringing that into alignment and being conscious of my old patterns. My old patterns are like, oh, well, I want someone to be interested in me, or, it makes me feel good when people are interested in me, or they do this for me, or whatever, all of this stuff. I'd be conscious of that and not allow myself to repeat those same patterns and ways of being and stuff, because of my wounded aspects and stuff. And to really just be like, no, this is who I am, and who I am doesn't do those things anymore, and doesn't quote unquote like waste her time on that kind of stuff. I'm in integrity with what I want, so, or I'm going to be, that's what I'm doing. So that's what we're talking about here. It's like time for you to start taking those steps to start really bringing your life into alignment with more of this version of yourself that you truly are, with what you say you desire, and to start taking those action steps in that. I really hope that made sense, but it's time for you to start being who you really are. And what my guides wanted me to say as well to some of you here is that there are some of you who are feeling lost and directionless, and you don't know like what exactly you're transforming to. Maybe you listen to this message and you're like, yes, Steph, like I get that. I need to transform into more of who I truly am, but like I don't even know who I am right now, or I don't even know exactly like what direction I want to move in, or, I don't know how this is going to come together, and what my guides wanted me to say to those of you who kind of fall into this space right now at this time is that you don't have to know everything clearly. You don't have to know exactly like what you're going towards, or you don't have to have it like all, super clear in your mind right now. But you do have to decide inside of yourself and determine that you're done with the old ways, and you're done with a life of mediocrity, or you're done being less than who you truly are. You're done receiving less than what you have been, or you're done with whatever it is, and you're ready to move forward and to start taking baby steps one at a time that helps you align with more of what you want, more of what you say you want. And you don't have to know like all the steps behind it, because I feel like some of you listening to this are like, as things present themselves to you, you're not sure whether to step into them or not. You're not sure whether that's going to lead you to where you're supposed to go ultimately, because you're unconsciously trying to figure out, like, is this going to get me to the destination? Is this going to get me to my end goal? And like, stop getting ahead of yourself. Literally, stop it. Stop. One step at a time. If you're being presented with a couple of choices in front of you, pick the one that feels the best to you, the most exciting for you, the most fun for you, the most in alignment for you at this time, and let go of your attachment to the outcome and what it's supposed to look like, how it's supposed to, like, you know, result in at the very end or whatever. Like, stop. Just do that one thing in front of you and let that be enough, and let that be okay. And that's part of you choosing moment by moment, or action or decision by decision, to say, like, I'm not going to settle for a life of, you know, unfulfillment or whatever. Like, I'm choosing joy, I'm choosing bliss, I'm choosing fulfillment. And this is me doing that one step at a time. And this is me, you know, demonstrating that transformation on some level, that I am now this person, and this is what's going to happen more of in my life. You know, I'm choosing that, I'm creating that, I'm allowing that to be. And so that is how you demonstrate that you're ready for change, and that this is who you're becoming. So I really hope that that made sense. And to let go of things that are just not serving you anymore. Like, this lighting in here is just not, it's very dim and very blurry, but whatever. I hope that was helpful for anyone listening and watching, even though like I'm shaking my hand and stuff around. And I pulled a couple of cards asking for any further clarification, guidance, and stuff on this weekly energy reading. And I got these two cards here, and one is New Beginnings and the other one is Master Jesus. And when I looked over my notes for the November energy reading, like I said, I will put that in the cards for you to check out afterwards. But I looked into my November energy reading, and I saw that for this week, week 3, this card also came out in that original reading. So I thought that was really interesting that it came out again, because this means that we have healing we got to do. Because this is Master Jesus. It says forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. And then the other card is New Beginnings. And this is you really stepping into that new era of your life, that new phase, that new stage at this time. Not the ultimate one, but like the next chapter. You know, it's time for a new chapter. And this week is really the week to start stepping into that new chapter. So how we're going to do that is by, you know, maybe doing further healing work that we might still have to do, speaking our truth especially. That's something that my guides definitely wanted me to bring forward for today, is like, speak your truth. What do you want? Who do you want to be? And like, if something is out of alignment, then speak it. Just like with my friend spoke her truth and just was like, you know what? To her friend, you know, she was like, we're just two different people. We're going different ways. I just think it's, you know, best to end our friendship here, whatever, you know? And that's it. Like, don't be afraid. If you're afraid of making these maybe drastic decisions or action steps, you know, then that's something that you need to look into and heal around, because that's your ego holding you back from really being in integrity with who you really are. And it's time for you to stop compromising yourself and to stop doing that to yourself. You're literally betraying yourself when you do that. And that sounds like such a harsh word, but that's the truth. You're betraying yourself when you choose not to go after what you truly desire, when you choose to live a life less than what you deserve, when you choose to not believe in yourself or not trust in whatever you say you trust in and stuff. You're betraying yourself on some level. And this is just just as much a message for all of you as it is for me. So please don't even think for a minute that I'm perfect or that I do all this stuff perfectly, because your girl, your girl is funny. Let's just leave it at that. So yeah, speak your truth. Speak what you want. What do you want, and be that? What do you want, and start doing that? Bring your life into alignment And forgive yourself or forgive others as necessary, for the choices that you've made, things that you've done. And maybe even for where you're at this time. I know that for me personally, with this whole energy and stuff that I've been moving through, it's been really intense. And even just, I've been coming out of this energy and I've been feeling better. But even just yesterday evening, I just had like a little moment where I had a little mini breakdown again. And lo and behold, my best friend came to the rescue and I was able to talk to her. And, but I had this moment where I just was so frustrated because I'm not doing much of anything except exist right now. I'm going through I don't even know what to call it. I'm just figuring out who I am again and what I truly want. And I'm in a bit of a limbo, not doing much of anything except talk to God and exist and work out, which I recently started, and do my makeup and hair. But, I've just been in this space where I feel like I haven't really been doing anything, not doing my video teachings that I do normally on this channel and writing content for Instagram or Facebook or none of that. I've just been doing nothing. And it's been hard. And I've had moments where I've had to cry and forgive myself because I feel like I have to do something. I have to create something, make something happen. And I haven't. And I've had to show myself forgiveness, for maybe letting myself down or whatever guilt and shame and stuff is coming up for me, in all of that. So that's what I've had to work through. And you might need to forgive yourself, this week for maybe where you're at, what you're feeling, especially if you're in a bit of a limbo like me right now. You might need to forgive other people at this time to really finally close old chapters and move on with your life and move forward. That's definitely something that I had to do recently as well. Last week, I had to do some healing stuff with my ex. And I wrote my ex a letter while at the beach because I was like, I'm ready to close this chapter of my life. Please, God. And so forgiving my ex and, through my letter, and I actually ran into him because I always ran into him. The universe just loves bringing us together. And I had a nice, peaceful, amicable, conversation with him. It was nice. So, you might need to forgive yourself, forgive others this week in order to really move on and step into more of this version of who you've become and to really allow your light to shine through. Especially forgiveness is so important to allow us to really embody our true selves, because when we're not forgiving of ourselves or others, it dims our light. It keeps us in the dark. It keeps us disconnected from love. And when we're disconnected from love, we're not really showing up in the highest possible energy that we can be. So yeah, I feel like this is part of you continuing on in your journey and stepping into this transformation, being more of this beautiful light being that you are, because here it's like a white, bright angel, and that's who you really are, is a being of light. And to be more of this being of light and to go out into the world and really allow yourself to, reach your potential and do amazing things, reach heights you've never reached before. To live a more exciting life, you have to do this forgiveness work, this healing work and stuff. So anyway, that is it for today's weekly energy reading. I really hope that it really has helped you. If it has, let me know in the comments below. If you found this video entertaining in any kind of way, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. Hit the bell notification button and change your settings to all so that you never miss out on a video. And yeah, if you want to share anything else with me in the comments below, please do so. I gotta run because I left my sweet potato on the stove and it ran out of water and I can smell it burning. Y'all, this video is crazy. Anyway, I gotta go. I love you all. Thank you so much for your time and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.